Yo, we got a lot to unpack. We're going to get into it. Lush One got fired from No Jumper. Why? We got a lot of other things to talk about, too. I'm talking about from Troy Ave, Ice Spice, Melly Mel. You know who it is, man. And you know where you at. AllHipHop.com is your boy Debo, DeVell McAfee. Let's get it.
The big homie, big homie, big homie. The big homie,
in the bed,
big homie show. Swoo! Hey, hey, welcome to the big homie show. The big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie, hey, welcome to the big homie show. Hey, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie. With no further ado, I welcome Debo, your host. Like, comment, share, and subscribe where you go. And tell a friend about the big homie show. Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show.
Drop that Zaddy in the bed, boy.
Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show.
Yeah, let's go. Had to give myself a round of applause. I'm in the building, man. It's your boy Debo, man. DeVell McAfee, that's what they call me in the streets. Battle rap, they call me Debo and whatnot. They call me that on the streets too, but you can go by either one of those names and shit. But what's up? We here, man. We here. And there's a lot going on. AllHipHop.com, you know what it is. Like, share, subscribe. We're trying to get this YouTube thing popping, man. The Instagram is popping, man. Shout out to Grouchy Greg. Shout out to Chuck Creekmore. Instagram is on fire with allhiphop.com. But we need this joint right here, this YouTube channel to pop as well, because a lot of things is coming. Allhiphop.com is your source for everything hip-hop. Not just the tea, the gossip, the TMZ bullshit, allegedly. I don't want TMZ coming at All Hip Hop. But yeah, allhiphop.com got you covered. Go to the website as well. Let's get to it, man. Lush One. I know the brother. Known for a good amount of time. He's definitely a staple in the battle rap community. I remember first seeing Lush when he battled a cat from Florida by the name of Unorthodox Phrases. Good battle, by the way. One thing I can't sit back and say about Lush is he's a culture vulture, because he's not. Lush has put in a lot of work for the community. He's probably one of the few cats that got the biggest bag and gave it to the battle rap community for us to push the culture forward. He was very intricate in bringing you Disaster versus Cannabis, if I'm correct. Lush was a part of that. He also was a partner in Grind Time, which became Grind Time now, one of the biggest battle rap platforms back then. Listen, I'm a historian, so I will say it's still a great platform, even if they're not doing, battles no more. But they did turn it to GTX, which is the new Grind Time, if you will. Shout out to Disaster, shout out to Direct, who were also his business partners in that venture. But let me not get away from the topic. Lush One was fired from No Jumper, live on air. I have my reservations about No Jumper, man. I used to like that platform. And I don't want to sit here bashing and being disrespectful to a person that's built up a platform, with their blood, sweat, and tears. But you got to call it what it is, man. It's looking like a spectacle / reality pod show right now. I don't know if it's intentional or not intentional, but there's a whole lot of drama and shit going on within that company and on air, live. It's like they don't take a break from their own regular lives. It's what they do in the streets is they bring it to the pod and for everybody to see. Shenanigans and all types of crazy ish that's going on there. Some things I like the Sharp Tank. I like that. I like Sharp. He's fire. I think he's dope interviewer. a lot of other cats that make that train pop. You know, I like AD. I fuck with AD's content when he's on the show. I fuck with Terrell. I think that's his name. The house phone cat. Of course, my man Lush. Uh, Gina Views, who seems cool. But it was a time where, you know, Adam, I guess, quote unquote, he seemed as a humble dude doing no jumper when he first started, or was just getting this no jumper thing rolling. It's just something that switched up, man. I don't know. I'm not a I don't want to go so far as by saying a psychiatrist or stuff, you know, but it's different. It's different. Everybody could tell, everybody see it. It's just different. You know. I got a couple of clips and stuff. The reason why you're seeing this right here, because this was me and Lush. You know, like I said, I've somewhat know Lush. I'm not saying I'm his best friend. I'm his homie. We talk every day and all that. No, we don't. But I've dealt with Lush enough to know if he's an honest guy, a upstanding gentleman, if you will, a dude that, you know, that says what he means and means what he say. And, you know, for the most part, he does. You know, Lush has got into some felonious things, some crazy things, but who doesn't? You understand what I'm saying? Because there could be probably a bunch of shit that they could tell you about me. But for the most part, I rock with Lush. He's never did me any wrong or any messed up situation, you know what I'm saying? And if anybody came at me, he's went to bat for me to be like, nah, Debo, he's the big homie, you know what I'm saying? I rock with him. He does boom, 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 such and such, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, Lush is between a rock and a hard place. I say that because I'm saying Lush is a gatekeeper to the culture of battle rap, mostly battle rap, but hip hop too, because he's an artist as well. But he goes by a certain code. You know, he's an old school guy. You know, he's 41. That's not too old because I'm 51. So you know, but he goes by the old school code. You know, the no biting in hip hop. Your bars got to be on point. You know, all that good hip hoppy shebang bang stuff that, you know, we did in the 90s, from the 80s to the 90s and the 2000s. He go by that code. And he's respectful of the black culture. He knows he's a guest in the house. He knows that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think I've ever seen him do anything to mess that relationship up, between the community of the black culture, the black community. So, with all that said, a lot of us was rooting for Lush when he got on No Jumper. We was like, wow. Just like we root for Math Hoffa with my expert opinion, or say, shout out to Daylight, you know, when he got on TDE doing his thing. We could keep going. You know, it's a lot of people in the battle rap community that's out here doing their thing, and we root for them because we consider that the other side. You understand? So we root for them. We watch the content. We support as much as possible. So when Lush, because I know it was Diz and Lush at a point, they had a pod called God Tell No Jumper. But, you know, Diz travels, I'm talking about Disaster. He's a battle rapper. Y'all should know that because, you know, he's one of the greats. Don't get it effed up. But Diz, I guess, he's a traveler. He's international. He travels around the world. So, you know, where does that leave Lush? Lush is just sitting there waiting for Diz. But, you know, from Lush's mouth, AD was one of the cats that, you know, help him put him on different segments of pods in No Jumper and shit, and it worked out for the best. And Lush was actually good on those things. But it seems like the more you watch No Jumper, the more the turn. It's like, could Adam 22 could No Jumper be his Frankenstein? You know, meaning that he got all his boys, or if he even deals with these cats, I don't know to what extent his relationships is with these cats, but he put all his boys on the pod, you know, see who comes out on top as far as, you know, talking that fly shit or engaging with the you know, with the people and bringing the views up and stuff. It's been working for a hot minute, you know. Some toxicity was there, you know. people was like interviewing porn stars or people from the street. People who had a backstory, if you will. Not really, he had some celebrities on there, some rappers and some other celebrities and stuff like that. But I think No Jumper was mostly driven by the unknown people who had backstories, who had a story to tell about probably a celebrity or just their own shit. And, that channel grew from there. I think it's on 4.5 million and all that. Don't worry, I'm not, this is not going to be a long story. I'm setting it up to have you have an understanding. So, Lush is a part of No Jumper, and we're saluting Lush. We're happy for him. Keep doing your thing, yada, yada. He's good on that show. But it took a turn as far as No Jumper, whereas everybody just starts attacking each other in the office or just on live, on camera, just coming at each other, little snipes, personal things behind the scenes leaked on in front of the camera and shit. And it looks crazy. And Lush being a humble cat, he's not like an aggressive stand up, like I'll fuck you up when what I'm saying? He's not that type of dude. He's humble. He's not a sucker by no means, but he's just a humble cat. He'd rather show you peace and love than show you a gun and aggression and shit like that, if you will, right? So, a lot of those cats that's in that range of, being cool and not being confrontational, say like the Flacco cat, you know what I'm saying, and so on and so forth. Those are the cats that would probably get like pride on, like people just preying on them to make them the butt of the joke or say some crazy shit to them and just for what's called content, which is crazy because I don't want to get off topic, but just belittling or the embarrassment of a person would be the highest rating things, not only probably on No Jumper, but this content across this motherfucking World Wide Web. And it's very unfortunate. You rarely see anything or hear anything positive. It's to be hood shit, things that happen around the way. Like, it's just pretty much what they bringing outside, they're bringing inside into a building. What happens outside in the streets, they bring it inside into a building with 3 or 4 cameras set up, and they talk about that shit, and y'all eat it up, right? So, with Lush's situation, he's been there for a minute, and I'm pretty sure him and Adam have a rapport, and they started building a super good relationship. Now, mind you, I'm going to say some shit that'll probably upset people. Who knows? I don't know. I don't care. But with Adam, he got the black friends, and then he got Lush and probably one of the other 2 people, I think Josh or whoever it is and shit. But he probably looks at Lush like, oh, this is a harmless white guy, you know what I'm saying? I could confide in him in certain things and shit like that, or how I feel about certain things that's going on around No Jumper and shit, right? So here's the deal. It seems to me as with Adam, the owner of No Jumper, when he's getting into these confrontations with the quote unquote hood dudes on his pod or in his company, the smoke do not be there. In other words, Adam is not, putting air in his chest and coming at these cats like, yo, what's up? What's up? What you want to do? What you want to do? But for Lush, he confronts him in this weird ass way and just tries to punk him online and quote unquote fire him. We've never seen Adam do no shit like that. Right? Because it seems with the AD shit, he told Lush One in confidence about how he feels about AD and he wants to move him off the Tuesday pod, right? Nigga, you could have just told AD that shit to his face or over the phone if you're scared. But it seems like, he didn't get to AD in time and then it got out. Supposedly, Lush was on Discord talking about that shit. So he made Lush the scapegoat and he put it all on Lush and said, you're the reason why this is happening. Where Adam is not taking accountability for his own actions. Instead of telling other people, it only takes one. And you're telling somebody else's business or something a dealing that you have with somebody else when you could have told that person themselves. that there you'll get the respect of your quote unquote friend if you're confronting the issue head on. You ain't have to tell Lush shit. What you asking Lush advice for? He just got here. Lush don't know nothing. He just trying to fit in. And from what I'm hearing, and these are assumptions. I don't want to get crazy. I don't want to be this YouTube blogger that's talking wild reckless and not having facts and all that. This is what's going on. From what I'm hearing, Adam is just like he wants to change up the look or the atmosphere, if you will, of No Jumper. I guess he's tired of that hood shit. He don't want to talk about the rap shit no more. Not as much. He wants to get into political views and things of that nature. Maybe his focus or his vision is to have No Jumper colorless. Not just talking about hood shit, but talking about everything, like a CNN. Like it's still urban type entertainment, but he probably wants to take it further. He probably sees himself as a TMZ type of guy. I remember back then he tried to do the green screen, like how Snoop had it with the desk in front of him, giving out the news and shit. I don't know why they got rid of that, but maybe it was too much. Maybe it didn't work out for him. Who knows? But it's okay to have plans and want to switch up and stuff. It's his shit, right? Cool. But tell your peoples that so they know. So they know what's going on. From what I've heard, not saying heard in the street, but I'm just actually listening to community. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AD. I think Pun and Flacco, they was on there. And he was pretty much saying that Adam doesn't like the fact that a lot of these cats are blowing up and doing other endeavors and pretty much not focusing on No Jumper as a priority. Could be. And he would have a right to feel away if that's the case. But what do you do in that sense? You would rally everybody up, have a meeting, and say, yo, this is the reason why we got here. Let's try to find a way where we could focus on everything. Because I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get rid of niggas, but I'm not trying to have No Jumper for because everybody's all over the place and I can't get the original players to be where they're supposed to be at. So anyway, I think letting the firing of Lush was a bad move on Adam's part. Distasteful, disrespectful, not honorable, not professional, dirty, this sucker shit. I'm not calling Adam 22 a sucker, but this sucker shit. It's the traits of a sucker, if you will. And, I'm pretty sure even his own peoples would agree. And, now I went online. I could have called Lush, but, this sporadic. It just came out of nowhere. Everybody was shocked. Like, what? What happened? I went online. I said, yo, Lush, man, make your own shit. Adam gave you an alley-oop. You know what I'm saying? You got the props. You got the community of battle rap fucking with you. Now you got these people that's just seeing you on No Jumper fucking with you and shit. Because he did gain fans from that. Yes, he did. So Lush One could be his own entity. And I'm gonna be 100, man. Lush knows the community of hip hop, battle rap, the black community. Like Lush is very associated. Like he shows respect. He knows his place. He knows his lane. So if anybody should have a platform damn near similar to No Jumper, it would be Lush. If I had to pick between the two of Adam 22 and Lush One, I'm going with Lush One. Not because I fuck with him, I know Lush One. I seen the man, the transparency of the man and shit like that. You understand? Yes, Lush makes mistakes, as we all do. Lush got ahead of himself. He was probably geeked up, not geeked up like drugs instead. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Lush for being sober and clean and not taking drugs and stuff like that. He's being an advocate and a spokesperson for, recovery and shit like that, which is very dope. But, this no jumper thing he was hyped about, man. This was something he could, sink his teeth in and continue his career and also bring battle rap into the fold of no jumper. Him and Gina Views, they interviewed Jazz the Rapper, which was a dope interview. Go see it, by the way. But, that was part of Lush. I'm pretty sure Lush had a part in that. So where do we go from here? My question is, do y'all feel like no jumper as of today is valid? Just valid as a pod. I mean, with these pods, these motherfuckers are just talking a mile a minute about nothing. They're not adding nothing to the community. They're not giving you anything of substance. They're not bringing nothing to the table. Who knows? Maybe I feel the same way about me. Who knows? But if that's the case, it's time to change that. There's a lot of talking on this internet. Just talk. Everybody's talking about nothing, though. You know those truck dumpsters and shit that they pull up the dumpster and shit and they leave it there and then you bring out all your garbage and all your stuff that you don't want, like furniture or whatever, and you just dump it in there and shit. If you dump all the podcast episodes that have nothing to do about nothing, that shit will be filled up. You could see it from the top. It's unfortunate that disrespect, embarrassing moments, fights, and just ignorance gets the best views, gets the views. I think Adam 22 took that moment to be ignorant and disrespectful. And trust me when I tell you, he has no fear of Lush. If he did, he wouldn't have done that. You understand? Because I'm going to tell you right now, had it been an AD or a house phone or whatever, you're going to see it in a clip and shit like that. I'd have punched Lush, I'd have punched that, not Lush, I'd have punched Adam in his face. And I wouldn't be wrong for it. You want to be unprofessional, I'm going to be unprofessional too. And I just said back then, you know what I'm saying, what the internet is about, and I'm here subscribing to the bullshit too. You see? Hold on. That was whack what he did to Lush, man. It was whack. Lush didn't deserve that. You understand? Now we look at 2022, Adam 22 and No Jumper, totally different. A lot of people are going to leave. A lot of people are going to jump ship and do their own thing to find out, yo, we lit, we popular. They want to. They don't just want to see us on No Jumper. They want to see us on our own shit. Because when I seen Community, it's not community, it's community. C-U-H, Munity. But when I seen what AD was doing, I said, yo, wait a minute, I like this shit better than No Jumper. No lie. No lie. You know why? Because it's relatable content. I'm black, he talking my language. Half of the shit on No Jumper I'm really not interested in. So, more power to you, Lush, man. I'm gonna play a clip. I was in the West Coast when this happened and shit like that. I'm gonna give you some context. Me and Lush would put together an event for, I do Queen of the Ring, female battle league with my partner Baz Bunny and Vague, and we had a show out there, and Lush provided the West Coast cats, which was a dude, so it was a male versus female type deal, right? And the promoter, unfortunately, which had nothing to do with us, didn't have the back end. When I say back end, meaning the money, the rest of the money for the performers to perform. And I myself said, no, that's not what we're doing. Because after they perform, they're gonna take that footage and run. So he's not gonna get nothing. And we got to make sure every person that paid to see that event got their money back. You understand? So this is what it is.
What's good?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I hear you. Tell me when y'all rolling.
We live.
Hold up. Hurry up.
Yo, fuck this event.
Yo, Disaster, bring your ass on, nigga. Get off that fucking phone, boy.
Exclusive.
We got the press conference going on right here.
Shout out my boy Smack Wayne in the building.
Yo, listen, man. Y'all ready? All right. Ready. Yo, listen, man.
Hold it down. Something about to make
Let them talk, man. The fans, man, they this is Debo, CEO, Queen of the Ring. Salute to my partners, Bass Bunny and Vague. I got Disaster here. I got motherfucking Lush Uno here. Hey, yo, shut the fuck up. Let me do this right here, B. Listen, man. We was gonna do this this Queen of the Ring versus the West Coast. It was lovely, the setup and everything and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But the shit was, turned out to be as far as we're gonna keep it 100. The bag wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? My girls do not perform as the bag is not there, my niggas. Real rap. You know what I'm saying? All the media, 15 Minutes of Fame, Rap Grid, BattleRap.com. You know what I'm saying? All y'all, that shit is Hot Sun Live. I got love for the fans. You see the fans are right here. You know what I'm saying? They're getting their money reimbursed and shit.
Secure.
You know what I'm saying?
If you're a promoter.
Yo, listen.
Who's to blame?
Listen, I'm gonna let Lush One speak on that. But
Who's not to blame?
Listen, Lush One is not to blame, real rap. For the first time.
For the first time.
In history, you see we had the main event, we have Disaster, we have Official here. You know what I'm saying? We not doing none of that culture vultures crazy shit, my nigga. It was some real shit. Let the fans speak. We don't give a fuck. Y'all niggas can hear me. We ain't doing none of that shit.
What we want to do is bring all these battles to King of the Dot or another platform. That's our first choice.
Listen. We're gonna take it one step at a time. Cause I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna say it right here. I fuck with the West Coast. I love the West Coast. I'm bi-coastal. You know what I'm saying? Both sides. We're gonna come back here with this shit again, but we're gonna do it in a better situation. You feel what I'm saying?
So, shout out to Disaster. Shout out to Lush One. Definitely, I rock with those cats, and Lush is a good dude, man. Look at this right here. Check this out.
Never obviously should have fucking spoke on.
Nah, we could go in there and because I didn't say that shit. Seriously,
So is there anyone else pretending to be in there, to be you in there or something?
I mean, you could look through the entire chat log in there. I didn't say anything like that in there, fool.
Okay, well maybe we can do a full analysis of it, but I think I get the gist from talking to everybody.
Because I did not say that, dude. I did not. I'm saying, if I did, I would have told you when you asked me before.
Yo, here's what's crazy. When you look at Adam and shit, you could kind of tell that he's trying to pin that shit on Lush. He said, I'm not taking accountability for this shit. I got to get somebody to take. And he said, Lush is the perfect guy, so I'm going to put it on him and shit. But I want to do it live for the people to feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing justice on the pod.
No, you lied to me to my fucking face out there right in my own office.
No, dude, I didn't.
You did.
If I did, I would have said something.
Well, then there's a bunch of people in the Discord who are tragically misled, and some of them are people that I trust.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Mikey's in the Discord. Did I say?
It feels kind of crazy that all these people would just try to frame you. You know, it seems a little bit more likely that you're just talking.
I mean, there's been a lot of.
All what people? Who are these people you speak of, sir?
I'm not trying to throw nobody under the bus, but I didn't say what you said that shit. I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't, fool. I would have told you if I did.
I mean, it's gonna take you providing the entire Discord chat and pointing out line by line things that you didn't say that I'm being told by multiple people that you did say.
I could show you the entire chat. I didn't say that shit.
I honestly think, at least for now, maybe we could.
I'm gonna keep it 100. As soon as he came with that, yo, you lied to me. I'm saying, yo, son, you might want to watch your mouth and do this off air. I'm telling you, it's not gonna look good for you, boy.
Come to the bottom of this at some point, but it's probably better that you just leave.
All right, man.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not expect this to be a narrative that was taking place today, but we got to hold ourselves to a higher standard. And
that's crazy. Here's the thing, though. Adam has every right to do what he do, and in context, let me tell you why. It's because it's his shit. He's the boss of No Jumper. He can do that. But what he did, was it right to do? No. No. That's not integrity. That's not honor. That's not honorable. That's not tact. That was some bullshit he just did right there. Look at the people in the back. I'm telling you, man, if it was me, I would have spoke up for Lush. Yo, fam, we not doing that. You ain't John Gotti. Who the fuck you think you are?
Turn them cameras off right now, man. You bugging the fuck out. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm just super disappointed.
I didn't do that, bro.
Okay. You guys can end the stream or whatever, but
This was right on right crime at its finest. Shout out to Lush, man. Let's hear what Lush got to say real quick.
Let's talk about this this specific situation. Now, I definitely said too much. I'll just say that.
Accountability.
And I trusted people that I shouldn't have trusted. But I was also taken out of context. I was also lied on, and I was also misrepresented by people who aren't even willing to stand on their words at this point. And it's a little bit frustrating, and I'm not sure what the motivation is, and I'm not sure why. But let's
Real quick, when he said I said a little too much, you got to remember it's what Adam is asking him. He had to put it in context. He wasn't putting it in context for Lush to say, yeah, I said this or I said that. You understand what I'm saying? So Lush is not agreeing to anything he's saying because he don't know what the hell's been said. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep going.
Let's fucking talk about it. On Friday, I get a text message from Adam, and he essentially said, I've already spoken to AD. I spoke to AD, and he is, let him know that he's no longer going to be a part of the Tuesday show. I want to move forward with you, T-Rel, and Court. I don't know if T-Rel's going to be down or not, but I'm pretty sure he might be. And my response was like, ooh, like, damn, that sucks. I really fuck with AD, and I have a loyalty to AD because AD is the reason why I wound up being on more podcasts than just the my initial God Tier podcast. Diz was in Lebanon. I had filmed 3 episodes of God Tier one day, and then the following week, I filmed 3 more as I'm getting ready to leave. I see AD and Adam sitting down to do the pod. I say, what's up? AD invites me and pushes for me to be a part of that podcast, where I wound up getting a lot of love from the fans. I'm not really sure that Adam really even would have continued to fuck with me on there, but the fans, y'all, were a loud voice, and y'all were vocal about the fact that y'all really enjoyed me on there and wanted to see me more. Then I had a series of other appearances that went well, and then boom, all of a sudden I have a permanent spot on the podcast. The fact that it was replacing House Phone originally was not my intention and really sucked because Phone is a dude that I always admired.
Lush had no dealings with the replacement of House Phone. Shout out to House Phone. If Adam 22 is the boss, then he's the one responsible. If House Phone is going out, Lush is coming in. Who makes that decision? Can't be Lush. Lush can't be like, yo, I'm replacing them. Put me on now. No. Somebody has to agree to that. The boss, right? That's Adam. Already dissension. He could have made that situation a more, less toxic, for lack of a better word. Because, the situation, y'all know, well, we'll see the situation with House Phone, but let's keep going.
And enjoyed watching on there and was always cool to me in our interactions. AD, if it wasn't for him pushing for me that initial time, it never would have happened with me being on there. I'm going to get into, there's some things I have to reveal about the people that were behind this whole thing getting out. So I got some nuggets for y'all. All y'all fucking gossip fiends, I got some shit for y'all if you stay tuned. Yeah, you could remove. Yeah, Destiny, thank you for modding.
Hold on. Let's skim through it.
Pivot away from AD. Wasn't even discussed. And it wasn't about the 4 jokes, which he has said openly on the podcast several times. You could literally look on the pod and find all the examples of him talking about that. That's nothing that was a secret. What he wasn't happy about is a bunch of other things. He wasn't happy about the fact that AD is on a bunch of other podcasts, his own content, and didn't seem that interested in doing the No Jumper pod. And when he was there, he wasn't fully present. And Adam had spoke to him and I about that. And he even mentioned, if you watch Community, he mentioned that on Community that we spoke about that. The fact that Guilty openly supports far right-wing ideology.
I don't care about that part right now.
He says, 80 had been in there separate. Okay, no, this is what I was going to say. Sorry. I was stupid because Guilty is the same dude who told AD all my angles from the diss track when I played it for him last time. And I still, my dumbass, going back like an abused fucking dog, going back to his owner again, literally allowed myself to get tricked again into trusting these people. And I did it because what I wanted to do was help find a solution to help maybe figure out a way to get AD to be able to stay on that show, and how to approach that situation, and how to approach Adam properly about it, and how to do it in a methodical, tactful way that doesn't put anyone in jeopardy and doesn't jeopardize anyone's relationships further.
Now, this is a lengthy joint. It's probably like an hour. But it's a good explanation. I believe it. You know, knowing Lush, you know, as far as being around him every now and then, I believe it. You know what I'm saying? He's very transparent, looks very truthful. The situations connect, you know. Let's go to, look at this, right? This is like, I'm pretty sure there's many before this, but this is one of the things that this is what I'm talking about. Lush is right over there. House phone is right there, right? And they talking to Adam.
I'm not even like surprised about even the way you're reacting right now, bro. You've been like this, bro. You want to look like the good guy. You want to look like you cared so much. You wanted to edit it, but that's just not the truth, bro.
I mean,
sat there
but
and
we
I
have
called you.
everybody in this office can confirm
I
that
don't
that
give a
is how
fuck
that was
about-
supposed to go.
I don't. It is not. Do you hear how you keep saying shoulda, coulda, woulda?
I'm talking about what actually
Supposed
happened.
to.
I know how bad
you're
it is
not
that
talking
it
about-
happened.
you're
I'm
not
talking
talk-
about the fact
you're
that
not
we
talking about what
tried to
happened.
make it not happen.
It don't matter about what the fuck you tried to do, Adam. It's about what happened, bro.
And yeah,
And then let's move forward to that bullshit ass apology you gave when you're on the fucking news. You're talking about, yeah, he's been going through the mom shit. He's been going through the health shit. You talking about the person that fucking raised me, that birthed me, my best friend that died? Oh, just he's been going through the mom shit.
but you are you actually acting like I have some kind of disrespect for your mom when
You're
I fucking
disrespectful as fuck.
I paid for the fucking
First of all-
funeral as soon
first
as
of
it
all-
happened just because.
Hold on. It's getting spicy. Now, that's not how you approach a situation. You know, talking about you paid for his mom's funeral or whatever. You don't do that. You don't throw that in people's faces. That was whack on his part. So clearly, this man has been disrespecting people. You know what I'm saying? He's not the only one. But what I do want to show you is the way the brothers react is different. You understand? We don't have no time for the white man talking crazy and just gonna stand there idle like, yeah, we're gonna take this shit. You know? So the white on white crime that we experienced between Adam and Lush, different from what's gonna happen here. Look. Now let me tell you something. Don't know the house phone cat. Don't know really any of these cats other than Lush, right? Adam took off his jacket to do what? What he was going to do? Is he a Taibo fighter? Is he well in depth in martial arts? Who knows? Maybe he will get it shaken. Who knows? But I don't think that was his intentions.
That man did not want the smoke. You're gonna see AD wave him off like, yo, no, not with this right here. You go about your business. I got this. Hold on. Look, see? AD said, yo, get out of here, get out of here.
Pussy ass nigga. You ain't pay for shit, nigga. Nigga, you gave me some money, nigga. You didn't pay for the fucking funeral, nigga. Bitch ass nigga.
Look at Lush. Lush like, what's going on? Now, let me tell you something. After that incident, they got back on and did another pod, and Adam did apologize. But it like he was forced to apologize. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just do the right thing because I'm caught. Let me just do this so I won't be looking crazy any further. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a situation that should be apologized for. You understand? Hold on. This is community. Go to this page, like, subscribe, rock with these cats, man. They some real cats from what I see. You know what I'm saying? This is AD. For those who probably don't know, probably do know. They get way more views than what I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? And this is his man Pun. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him. That's Flacco in the back. Hold on.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Lush, man. And them niggas dimed you out, Lush, bro. Them niggas is trying to get you 100 years, bro. That's crazy.
That's crazy, cuz.
Bro, talking to niggas who gonna dime you out like that? Bro, that nigga is giving quotes of Lush, bro. Nah, man.
Crazy, right?
Nah, bro. Nah, that's not, bro. It's a cold game out here, bro. Listen, you can't trust one of these niggas.
And my thing, bro, is like, bro, Lush, why are you talking to people, bro, on the shit?
You can't trust the fans, man.
Why? What's the point of it?
Sheesh.
And I'm gonna be 100.
Telling the inside business to the fans.
Since the shit came out, niggas is getting paid this and all that and all that. Crazy. I have never had a contract with no jumper. I've never had a contract with no jumper.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people in that building who do not make more than I do in that motherfucking building. If we gonna be real. Real shit.
Man, like, talk that shit, man.
And I feel like, nigga, what I bring to the table and what I done, nigga, and you feel me? That energy should be reciprocated, bro. I didn't stop the wolves, nigga, from coming up there terrorizing shit. Everybody know it.
Shit, I would have said firsthand.
The Wolves still ready, though.
God
they ready, though.
God damn. God damn.
I got niggas in the streets mad at me, nigga. Why you keep taking up for this company and do this? These niggas don't care about you. I'm like, yes, they do. Adam, my brother, he may be a lot of things, but that's my brother.
Damn.
He wouldn't do me like that.
What you think about that, Flacco?
Adam loves AD, though. Yeah, feel me?
Nigga, how you gonna say that?
Yeah, like that's true, right? You feel here.
Listen. My thing was this: if it was a performance issue for me, if you felt like I wasn't bringing nothing to the table, the type of relationship we have, you supposed to be like, "Hey, bro, I think you need to step it up. You should be doing this and doing that." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
If it's like that, if we like that, you don't just have to clear blue like, "Oh, I think we should do this and all this." Now it's like, nigga, no.
Yeah.
That means something has been lingering. That means something been bothering you. And instead of coming to me like a homie and a family member, the way I look at you, nigga, I gotta hear about niggas in Discord and Lush telling niggas shit. Cause they're like, what the fuck?
Something has been bothering that man for a long time. I don't know if it's Terrell or House Phone. There's an episode on No Jumper where I think one of those two brothers, Adam's with a girl by the name of Lena the Plug. But from what happened is there was one of the cats that's on the pod that was with that shorty and rocked with her before Adam did. So you don't know, man. These cats might be holding animosity towards motherfuckers and shit and just be passive aggressive and don't show it and just it'll come all out. This is my shit. I'm the boss. This is my podcast. This is my what you call it. And it is. But once you show those actions to the people you employ or you rock with, they're going to look at it different. Like, oh, okay, this nigga's on some real, dare I say it, slave shit? Like, it's a slave ship over here to No Jumper. Yo, we out of here. The optics could look kind of crazy because if Adam 22 was a black brother, who knows? Might be different optics. But you know, he even has to bear in mind that he's a white man dealing with a lot of brothers and sisters. Even though that's your pod and your company and shit, you still a guest in the place is functioning in. Act accordingly. This man AD is hurt because he thought y'all had a genuine friendship, but you out here telling Lush and other people about his business or how you feel where he should go. Where he probably, from I guess what he's about to say, is put on for the brand when it wasn't doing nothing.
Question though. So before this Richard Spencer thing, like, what do you think that it could have been? Like, do you think it could have been like taking maybe what, you know, like sides with certain people or what?
Come here real quick, Flacco.
All right.
Niggas missed the memo I just gave everybody, huh?
You just missed the memo. Just for clarity, what did Adam say?
Wait, so who said that?
What I say?
I ain't gonna rat on a person, but for the last couple of days, I had to hear that and niggas didn't think that was cool. And look at you, family, and to hear that was messed up, I feel like I brought and bring a lot to the channel. I guess not. Adam says, I'm just confused why anyone would say that. I already decided before I told you that shit on the phone the other day that I wasn't gonna be critical of you at all. I just wanted to try different people.
Come on, cuz. Adam will tell you himself, I ain't never once said Lush name. I ain't no rat. I ain't no snitch. I ain't no bitch. Before I fucking do some shit like that, nigga, I don't give a fuck about that job, kid.
That nigga said, I want to try other people.
Try other people, kid.
That's fucked up. Nigga that helped you build that motherfucker that you was on a decline, my boy. Let's be real. Let's be real.
Nigga, when I came to that platform, bro, niggas was not fucking with that shit, bro.
Let's be real. It is what it is. What you think about it, Flacco?
Bro, I'm gonna be real. Like, I really wasn't like watching No Jumper like that. Like,
I know everybody wasn't.
They gonna cook
around
Flacco.
that time, right? Like, I like kind of like tapped in like during the whole like Selena Powell era. So like that was like when that was I'm not even sure. Like 2017, 2018, or 2019, 2020.
Hey man.
Yeah.
Calm down. So how'd that make you feel? Let me ask you a question. How'd that make you feel, Flacco?
Well, knowing
that he would do his dog like that. What make you think about you?
I'm gonna be real. For me, bro, like I've always like seen AD as like the second in charge, right? You feel me? Right? Mm-hmm. You know, so like, you know, like so to hear that AD got done like that, I don't know. It's scary, man.
What about House Phone getting done like that?
Yeah.
How House Phone was treated.
And that was
AD
also
was
bad
treated.
too. You feel me?
Now Lush.
Wait though, like the Lush thing though, I feel like that's a little bit different, right?
I mean,
right?
is that the kettle calling the kettle black?
You
aired out House Phone. Let's talk about it,
bro. Listen, talk about it, man. Yeah, right here, right. So with Lush, I feel like Adam like thought that damn, like I told you this in like confidence. You feel me? Like you feel me? And like you went and told a bunch of fans.
I'm gonna skim through it real quick because I think I think Adam did call in.
Sit there to follow the rules that you wanted for your podcast while still contributing and keeping that shit, bro. When that shit was golden and it was cool, it was all the crazy shit that I would say, the shit that I would mutter out, House Phone laughing, you sitting there having a good time. You told me, stop doing this. This is bad podcasting. This is a tick. This is this. This is this. This is this. This is this. So I'm sitting there like, you know what? This the nigga that know that shit. He want me to be better as a podcaster. Maybe I shouldn't blurt out shit. Maybe I shouldn't say no funny shit. Maybe I shouldn't do this and maybe I shouldn't do that. And then you get a product now that you don't like. But instead of saying, you know what? I don't even fuck with that shit. Whatever, nigga. Hey, you out of here. They ain't how homies do each other, man.
That's crazy.
I mean, my whole thing is that I wanted to put somebody on the podcast, and in order to do so, I felt like I had to take somebody off. And, you know, these are just, like, this is business shit. Like, it's like, in terms of who's on the podcast, I got to be able to make the decision about who I want to have on my podcast, and it can't be some weird, like, loyalty thing where it's like, oh, this guy's been a good friend to
Bro,
me.
I don't give a fuck about you keeping me on the Tuesday podcast. I care about nigga supposed to be my homeboy. Nigga, if you gonna make a business move, do your business move. Do what you gotta do.
They always hide behind business, man. They always hide behind this business thing. That's why I said this friendship and business, this shit don't mix, man. Look what happens.
But don't talk behind my back and don't talk to a nigga you just met and don't have motherfuckers sitting there saying that shit. That make me look crazy. That make it look like everything. That make it look like everything that I did, and you know. Anytime something get cracked, listen. Every time something get cracking in that office, who the first nigga that go outside and do this shit and ready for whatever?
Is it you, Adam?
Right. So
no, I'm asking you. I'm asking you on some real shit.
How can you fault me for trying to have a conversation with one of the other co-hosts behind the scenes about something that I was
me and your
considering doing
relationship
with the
like me and
podcast?
his relationship? I like to think that me and you
No,
were deeper
but-
than all these niggas.
No, but he's one of the other people who's on the podcast, so I was having a conversation with him about it that was supposed to be private. You know, like when you see that conversation, it's like obviously supposed, because I showed, just to be transparent, I showed you the whole fucking conversation.
Why are you having a conversation with somebody else, though? Have a conversation with the man you talking about to that other person.
Even though I didn't want to, just to make it perfectly clear what was going on.
Bro, at the end of the day, I didn't want none of this shit to happen. I didn't want none of this shit to be like this. I was sitting there gonna be cool about the situation, keep the shit pushing. But now I'm like, do a nigga even value me on the fucking platform?
I do value you on the platform, but that's why I contemplated this decision for so long, and I fucking thought about it, and I even felt the need to confide in somebody like Lush about the decision that I was contemplating, because I knew that I was walking this fucking tricky ass tightrope where I wanted to do something different with the Tuesday show while still doing the Wednesday show, still doing We Hungry, still whatever. And I knew that it was going to be difficult for me to get that point across to you without you taking it as disrespect about the Tuesday show, you know?
Nigga,
So it's
I'm a man at the end of the day.
It was a tough conversation.
I'm a man at the end of the day. I learned a lot. Since the day that I came in that building to who I am now as a person is two totally different people. I've learned a lot.
I agree. I've seen the growth, and I respect it.
I'm not about to act like a nigga, bro. I'm not gonna give anybody the
That's not what I'm
satisfaction. I ain't gonna give nobody the satisfaction that be exactly who they think I'm gonna be.
We will.
They gonna label me all type of shit, and that's not what happens in business and shit. So if you would have,
I'm gonna skim through it real fast.
We're like Keem kind of like predicted, like
We never do in y'all relationship.
I respect everybody.
nah,
Hold on.
You feel me?
Come out and play.
He said I spoke to AB board homies and shit. Like,
I think for sobriety,
look guilty.
Conversation with about you.
They ain't have home.
Hold on.
Had a conversation on the spot with them.
And I thought that Lush was somebody that I could came from.
Who calling in?
Oh shit. You feel me? Right. So
I like this dude, the pun dude. Hold on.
Okay, so back.
Oh, that's what you was
Let
doing.
me talk.
You talking shit about nigga?
That I said was the thing about I'm sick of hearing the same fucking 4 jokes every week or some shit like that. That was like the rude thing that I said to Lush that I probably wouldn't have said to AD's face necessarily in that way. Even though, to be fair, that is kind of like one of the things that me and AD have gotten into it on the show about over the years. That's really where the tick meme came from in the first place. So I don't know, man. I feel like I've never even been in this position before where I was having a conversation with somebody that I trusted, and then I got to find out that they were just blabbing it, not just to like
He just
one
met
person,
Lush.
but to like a whole fucking room full of people that he doesn't even know. Like, I don't know, man. It's just
All right, look, Adam, that shit cool. That shit cool, right? Playing victim and shit. You know, everybody know that watch the show. I don't fuck with that victim shit. Nigga, you was talking about the nigga behind his back, bro. Why'd you even go to Lush? Why don't you just go to your mans? It's your mans, homie. Why just go to your mans and tell them how you feel? Why'd you go to Lush?
I mean, you're framing it as
I'm not framing it as nothing, bro.
Behind my back.
Oh, that's what you was
Let
doing.
me talk.
You talking shit about nigga? You don't tell me what to do, nigga.
I see it as
You talking
I was
behind
having a
cuz back.
conversation with one of the co-hosts I was having a conversation with one of the co-hosts about something that was, obviously a very big decision that I was considering making.
So why didn't talk to AD?
I mean, I was talking to Lush about it before I had the conversation with AD because I had been thinking about having the conversation with AD for so long, and I thought that Lush was somebody that I could, have the conversation about while I was contemplating this big decision. I thought that I was.
So, yo, man, all in all, man, at the end of the day, man, the gist of it is this, man. When it's white on white crime is okay, he gonna have air in his chest. When it come to the brothers, listen, man, he ain't gonna try to confront none of that, man. I mean, he's gonna look like he's doing it when it's all good, and he know they ain't gonna put a hand on him. But when it gets very hostile and a very volatile environment, he gonna tuck his tail in. You already know no jumper has security and all that, as they should. But I'm pretty sure in the beginning it was just a bunch of niggas just running around. Everybody's having a quote unquote good old time and shit, and everybody's for everybody. But now it's a whole different environment. So who knows, man? But with that said, man, shout out to my man Lush One, because I'm gonna keep this moving. But I fuck with you, Lush, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Don't let nobody take your heart, man. Handle your business, man, and just be careful next time and do less mistakes and shit, man. But that's it, man. Shout out to AD, man. Go watch that show, man. That pod, man. It's Community, man. It's definitely fire. Definitely fire. This is a question I've been asking for a hot minute. Go to my Twitter account. Hold on. Let's see if it's there. Because I've been getting retweets and answers on this all day. Your boy Troy Ave got suited and booted to get on the stand. This is what he said. I'm pretty sure there's a quote, right? When the shot goes off, I see the light from the spark and I hear the shot. He testifies. This is all happening fast. I get up and I start fighting Taxstone, trying to take him, grab the gun, and another shot goes off. I put my leg up to kind of block the shot from hitting me in the face or chest. A lot of people, man, been answering me. And when I ask the question, I say, internet lawyers. Shout out to all the internet lawyers. Do you consider this snitching or nah? What do you think? Everybody, this snitching thing is big in the streets, man. The code, man. I keep telling y'all the streets is dead. Y'all not listening. They are reinventing the streets. Streets is looking different out there. It's not the same code the old school cats abide by. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of internet lawyers out there. Here's the thing that's tricky. A lot of answers I get be from civilians. You know what they say? Obviously the ones in the streets, it's like, yo, he a rat. He snitched. I don't give a fuck. He a rat. Do we have to really, really define what a snitch is so we can go by that definition and really tell if this person told or not? Don't let that go over your head. Did Troy Ave take the stand? Yes, he did take the stand. It's shot over down. It's right here, stand. You know what I'm saying? But what he did, was it considered telling? If you need context, Troy Ave was in Irving Plaza. I guess it was a T.I. show. I don't know if it was. I'm trying to remember. It probably is. But this is what it is. He ran into Taxstone. You know what I'm saying? They have some sort of beef. Altercation happens. He's telling you already right here. Do I need to tell you? Because it's being told right here of what's going on. And, unfortunately, let's get to that. His friend, Troy Ave's friend, Banger, who pretty much is like a homeboy, but sometimes I guess play the hood security and shit like that, or security. No disrespect whatsoever. He got killed within this situation. Now, from what Troy Ave is saying, Banger was his man. That's his friend. You understand? He's going to do anything to clear his name as far as Troy Ave and get justice for his friend. Right? A lot of people would consider him taking a stand and doing this as an act of snitching. I'm not giving you my take on it. To me, at this point, it's just unnecessary. But I want to know your take on it. I want to know the internet lawyers, the street dudes, all that, how you feel. Leave it in the comments. But did Troy Ave snitch on this? Do you consider this snitching? Now, let me tell you something. T.I., he did the same thing. Same kind of similar situation. They was at a club. His man, his homeboy, whoever he was rocking with, got killed at an altercation. I don't know if it was outside or inside the club. Probably it's outside, but he got killed in an altercation. T.I. was there. He witnessed the situation. T.I. took the stand and pretty much had to point out who did what and when, where, how, and why. I didn't hear too much of an uproar about that. I mean, you would hear some things here and there, but it didn't stick with him throughout his career. The federal case and him with the guns and all that shit and the tipsters, with the tips and all that stuck with him. But that incident, as far as him taking the stand and telling the situation, that didn't stick with T.I. as much. Not from how I feel, from my side. But would you consider T.I. ratting? Some people say no. Some hood niggas would say no. They've been through the thick of it. But the civilians out there that I see on my timeline are saying, you motherfucking right. If I want to get my freedom, I'm saying what I'm saying. If you're a civilian, you're not attached to the code. You're not risking your freedom for nobody. Friend, family member, none of that shit. You pretty much trying to not see any bars for no time. That's why I say the streets is dead. And I'm not saying it like, oh, these rats is all this and all this and that. No. The streets should have been dead a long time ago. Because what the fuck you get from the streets any fucking way? Keep it 100. Death or jail, dead friends, fucked up situations, people being shot, broken friendships, traumatized. We traumatize each other in the hood. We don't traumatize the white man. We traumatize each other. Being these street thugs and dudes and shit like that. That's the lifestyle. That's the lifestyle and unfortunately the culture that we do when we need urban communities. And it's sad. People think snitching is primarily if two people do a crime together, one gets caught and don't start telling on the person that wasn't caught, it's considered snitching. Here's what's crazy. Look at this. Yo, look at this shit. Hove on the stand. Now, granted, I don't know what this is for because I can't give you context. This is coming from Troy Ave's IG. He said, no fuck nigga formed against me shall prosper. Free Troy Ave. While everybody in this timeline it's like, I don't know, this what What does Jay-Z have to do with this, and why is he even on the stand? What was this for? Crazy. Not Hove. Not big-time drug dealing, streets bang, bang, shoot 'em up Hove on her stand? This right here, this picture itself could discredit everything Hove was about, that he talked about on his past albums. But this is old Hove. You can see the hair and everything. This is like old Hove. But does it even matter? Because he still be talking spicy about what he did in the past. I mean, like, does this discredit him now? Who knows? I want to know the significance of this picture. But all your kingpins and street heroes and hardcore gangster rappers, if you want to go with 100% pie, I would say 85% of them niggas is chumps. Never really did anything. Would tell in a heartbeat. Don't know how to fight. Barely shot a gun. They're just giving you a fantasy. Because they seen somebody else get rich off of doing it. It looks cool when they do it. They're going to want to do it too. The streets are done. Everybody is dismantling and exposing everybody for trying to be something they're not in these streets. I want y'all to hear something real quick. This right here, shout out to The Answer. He has his own joint. I don't like, using people's content without saluting them and, showing them love, But listen to this. So, I want to give a perspective on the situation. Well, not me, but listen to this.
Facing attempted to attack Stone, and the weapons that was in the car, and the weapon he took from Tax Stone. Before Tax Stone was even charged, he was charged with the gun and the feds.
So basically,
when he went to the feds for the gun, felon in possession, somebody in South Carolina proved that he got the gun from them and brought it to New York. After the situation happened at Urban Plaza, they ran the DNA on the gun and saw his DNA, and they traced it back to South Carolina, saw that he brought the gun to New York and in the venue, thus charging him with the gun possession, crossing state lines, felon in possession. He was given the opportunity to get a bail package. The judge denied it, and him and his attorney wrote a full letter about Troy Ave, talking about my brother had an open case, all types of stuff. This is before he's charged. That's it. I'm not gonna say too much because yesterday in court. Hold on. Yesterday in court, while they was cross-examining Troy Ave, Tax Stone lawyer allegedly quoted me from a conversation, a past conversation in Clubhouse. So I'm just gonna speak to the facts, and that's what I'm saying. If we're gonna talk about Ave, we're gonna talk about before Ave was signed to any agreement. Tax Stone was the first person who said anything about anybody, and it had nothing to do with the fact that that case wasn't even on his lap yet. Yep. He had a gun charge, and he wrote a full statement, then tried to tell about his attorney did it. That's your attorney. The attorney cannot do nothing without your approval. Bottom line, I mute my mic.
Hey,
So basically, it's just telling two sides of the story. You know what I'm saying? Because they out here trying to put the rat label on Troy Ave, right? But they, a lot of people don't know. They say Tax Stone is behind the G wall, doing what he doing too. Could Tax Stone be ratting behind the G wall? Question mark. This is a tricky situation. Very tricky. You know what we've been engulfed with as of late as far as the black community. These crime stories, man, they get crazier and crazier. That's all we want to see. That's all we want to hear. These crime stories. When a nigga get locked up and they got to fight that case, we on it. All the bloggers on it. Keeping up with all the shit that's going on. Like if they're the legal attorney or some shit like that. The Gunner situation. Free my man Sue Surf, his Rico situation. You know, Young Thug, obviously. The Troy Ave situation. It's a lot of things, man. A lot of things going on. K-Flock. This is considered content for us. We watch from afar and judge everything. Assume this, assume that, judge this, or he did this, or he said that, he did this. My question, if I say the streets is over, do anybody care? Does anybody care that these niggas rat? Or you feel like they ratting? A lot of these young motherfuckers is like, yo, I don't give a fuck about that shit. He lit. He lit. Now, when I say he lit, like, right, Troy Ave is smart, right? After, he took the stand, guess what he do? Guess what he do? He goes out and put a song. Let me bring it up for y'all. Hold on. I'm not going to play it because I don't want my people to get flagged for this shit, but hold on. Look, see? Look at this right here. Troy Ave, Black Church, Tax Tone this. He got a lot of songs like this. He's putting out an album. Look, Troy Ave, Blue Chanel, Tax Tone Could Never, Dear Hater, I Won. Album. He already had it planned out. After I take this stand, I'm going to put out this music. Probably 10 years ago, he could have never done no shit like this. Never. He'd have been outcasted, canceled, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Troy Ave would have been. Nobody cares. Nobody cares now. Like, what you gonna do? Ever since the 6ix9ine situation, nobody did nothing. The kid is not he's not 6 feet deep for all that telling he did blatantly. Only thing he had to do is have an excuse as to why he told. They was gonna shit on me, so why I'm gonna be in jail for you know what I'm saying for all that. They was gonna shit on me. Same excuse Sammy the Bull had with John Gotti. I heard some tapes. They was gonna do me dirty. So I'm gonna do them dirty first. Fuck that. Ever since then, it's been a free fall. These kids are smart nowadays. They'll take that L, but they still in the streets though. They're not behind closed doors. They're not in the hole for like weeks on end, eating bullshit food, commissary all fucked up, your books ain't right. Niggas is playing with your manhood. Cold ass bunk. You getting in there, you a soft nigga, you on a top bunk. It's just a different era. And you know, it's a choice. Because I'm not complaining about it, because it's an exception. A lot of real niggas, they don't accept this internet shit. They go about their business and shit like that. A lot of older cats, man, fuck all this internet bullshit, weird shit. the cats that, you know what I'm saying, that watch some of these bloggers, or, you know what I'm saying, I'm talking about some real dudes, real credible, you know, quote unquote street dudes and shit like that. They watch from afar. They know what it's hitting for. Some engage in this shit. Some of these motherfucking older niggas want to be down with these young niggas. Ill. I don't want to be down with these young niggas getting sturdy, drilling each other. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? I'll stick to my my MOP, Big Daddy Kane, DMX, Mob Deep, you know what I'm saying, tapes and shit. Like, I'm good over here. Digital Underground for me, please. Thank you. I'll take some Tupac and Biggie to go. Thank you. This is the life. This is what's going on. A world where a nigga like Jay Prince, senior, not junior, is being disrespected left and right. But I can't really speak up for him though, man, because I ain't like that takeoff shit. I ain't gonna hold you. That was the way they handled that. They fumbled the pack on that. Life is life now, man. We're all seeing how to move. Some people got their principles and won't bend that for nobody. Some people are adaptable, and they'll adapt to this fucking culture just to survive. Your choice. I said a long time ago in this program, a lot of bloggers, a lot of situations going on, but nobody's learning or taking from anything. It's not an each one teach one situation. Shut up, old head. That's what they're going to tell me. I like my toxic content. That's what they're going to tell me. Shut up, old head. Sharif. It's just not cool to be smart. So at this point in time, man, every celebrity that's out there, if they get into a situation, look at Jay Morant, right? Situation where everybody's just on it, keeping a watchful eye on how his life is gonna go. Is it gonna be in a shitter? Did he fuck up $200 million? He's gonna be watched like a reality show now. Was that his intent? Because believe it or not, people do toxic shit just to get the attention, just to keep the eyes on them. That's what Blueface and Christian Rock, whatever her name is, that's what they doing. They know y'all watching. They know y'all want this toxic bullshit. They're going to give it to you by all means just so you can keep an eye on them. Everybody's not rich, bro. Everybody's not rich. People need to do certain things to get a check. Who am I to judge? Who are you to judge? Troy Ave, let's just say both of them are rats. Troy Ave and Taxstone. Here's the difference between the two. Taxstone is locked up. Troy Ave is in them streets, living his best life. Good, bad, or indifferent, or however you feel about him. That's how he feel in his head. Because he was locked up for a minute. He had to get out behind that G-wall. He said to himself, freedom is way better than being behind that wall. What I got to do to make sure I keep my freedom? I don't fuck with that nigga Tax. I'm going to get him the fuck out of here. That's what he said. That's how you feel. That nigga ain't my man. He's saying, why am I going to hold on to a code for a nigga that wouldn't do shit for me or even spit on me, you know what I'm saying, if I was on fire? Is he right? Question mark. Here's the best advice. Don't get into no shit. At least try not to. If you know you're a trouble magnet or trouble looks for you, try your best to avoid it. Stay in the house or don't be in places you're not supposed to be at. A lot of these celebrities, low key, are undercover rats. You just don't know it. Some of these motherfuckers is not even on paperwork. You just don't know it. The industry, music, Hollywood, anything, smoke and mirrors. They give you an image they want you to see to let you feel like they're living the good life and you envy them or you want to feel like you want to be in that position on where they at. So you fantasize about what the fuck they're talking about. They want you to keep your eyes on them so you could purchase the merchandise, download the streams, or download the whatever, stream the shit, watch their videos, watch their TV shows, watch them being an appearance of a movie. It is what it is. Anyway, let me keep it moving, man. Let me go out strong. Check this out. Bam. You thought I was feeling you? Ice Spice. What the is going on? Now listen, man. I ain't trying to be a bully. You know what I'm saying? And pick on a kid. She's 23. But she from the town. I'm from the X. I'm from the Bronx. Right? I seen this Dazed cover. I don't know if it's a publication as far as paperback or, like, it's out there on newsstands or some shit like that. Probably not. But she jacking this. I mean, it's on her joint. You know what I'm saying? I guess this is her first cover ever. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I'm not really a Ice Spice watcher or listening too much to the song she does and shit because it's kind of like out of my range. But I say all that to say, shorty, what are you doing? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? When you look at her biography, it's understood that her father, who I think is Dominican, because her mother's, I think, black and her father's Dominican. I might be wrong on her mother part, but I think the father's Dominican, right? He's supposed to be quote unquote a rapper, but they don't disclose who he is because I guess he don't want to be known. Can I assume because of the shit that she's doing, which is unnecessary? Yes, I'm judging. Yes. You know why? Because I understand what you got to do to get in the game. I understand it. Goes hand in hand, man. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers want to see all this sex appeal shit and all that shit. But, shorty, you could be so much more. Because this is only going to take you but so far. Only but so far. History repeats itself. There's errors in hip hop. There's errors in hip hop that come around that'll shut down the bullshit when the real one comes through. Remember when DMX came through and all that shiny suit shit got shut down? Everybody didn't want to hear that shit no more. Even the locks had to spin and get off that shit. Yes, sex sells, but these records with these young ladies that's doing what they doing, it ain't selling, bro. I seen the reports. Billboard, all that other shit. I seen the reports. It's not jumping off. like it once was. And the young lady is very talented. At least I think. You know what I'm saying? She got the vocal projection. Sounds different than a lot of other ladies who got like a nasal, high-pitched voice that all kind of sounds the same. She did a song, which I was impressed by. It was only like 8 bars probably. But it was with Pink Panthers, who was like probably like an alternative R&B, quote-unquote, singer, if I'm right. And Ice Spice was the highlight of the song. Like, I was like, yo, I dig what she said on here. It's fire. Cool. So she got the star quality, but whoever her handlers are aren't handling her right. She has a chance. This is why I'm jumping on this situation. She has a chance to stand out and have a lengthy career. Because there's a lot of copycats in this game and shit. And she does the quote-unquote Bronx drill like everybody else, but she's standing out. Is it because she's a female? Probably. Who knows? Is it because she had the Annie wig and shit? Because people is not jacking this right here. The hair, what you call it? Some people are like, yeah, who's that? If she don't have the Annie wig, or not say wig, but, she's probably, curling her shit up and whatnot, people probably won't recognize her. So she's probably trying to get out that phase, that Annie curl, afro phase, so she can be like, not be depicted as a one-hit wonder or look-wise a one-hit wonder and shit like that. I could dig that. That's cool. But you know what gets you to the top? Not controversy. Not overly sexualizing your image. Records. Good music. Because when they love the music, they love the person that's attached to that music. I understand in this era, music is probably considered an accessory to the artist, which have their hands in everything, because they get these 360 deals and shit. They got to do everything and anything just to fucking win. But I see her hanging out with the not Kylie Jenners, the Kylie Jenners or the Kim Kardashians and the Northwests and shit like that. Kudos. Once you seen with those type of people, you're going to be looked at different. It's a different look now. And what you going to do about it? I'm still waiting for Cardi B to come out, man. Cardi, you taking too long, Cardi, man. Your shit fire. I get it, man. You got to put out the one thing about Cardi B. She's smart. She ain't gonna just put out any old thing and shit. She gonna let you wait. She gonna try to put out some fire to keep her shit going because she's a personality. I think her as a personality superseded her records and shit like that. So she got to come with some bangers, or they're gonna kill her. Off with her head type shit. But they both from the Bronx, man. From the X, man. Represent. That's why I'm telling Shorty right here, yo. If you're trying to find yourself and whatnot, man, try to find yourself, man, behind closed doors and shit. Like, get it right and shit. Yeah, you're able, you're okay to make mistakes and shit like that, but don't make too many in front of the eyes of the people, because in this era, they log down all your faults and throw them in your face at any given time and shit. But you don't have to do all this. I think this cover is not too good. It's not. They could have did better. I think her image is she's trying to work her image and present it to the public the best way possible, but this not it. They could have did something. They could have did something better. They labeling her the people's princess, right? Y'all gotta chill with that. Y'all gotta chill with that. Don't get it fucked up. I know many ladies that will smoke Ice Spice bar for bar. So what Ice Spice got going for her right now is a even though it's an old song, it's still a good, memorable song. It's still there. Her EP is out. Go stream that. Fuck with it. I heard a couple of songs and shit. I was fucking with it. Cool. But the image and the socialite thing, if you're trying to get into that, it's a tightrope. Be careful and shit. And get better makeup artists, better stylists, and find out what's for you and shit, not what's for everybody else. Don't do the same as everybody else, because when you do that, you get caught up. You know what I'm saying? Even though you look different from a lot of girls that's in the industry, you know what I'm saying? You don't get caught up in that game. Find yourself, your image, to make sure it's you and you're not presenting something to the public that's not real. Take it from me. I know I was in the industry for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I did some bullshit, but that's for a later time. But, you know, I'm not picking on Shorty, man. I think she got great potential. That's why I say, yo, you from the X, man. Represent the way you're supposed to, man. Make your peoples proud and shit. Make these girls, these young ladies and shit, man, that's probably looking up to you right now, want to be where you're at. You know, you could, you know, I'm not trying to tell you to be Lauryn Hill, but, you know, ask yourself, Ice Spice, are you cool with a 15-year-old girl, you know, doing the things you do as far as the, you know, the antics and shit, you know, who knows? But, yeah, man, I ain't gonna stay here too long, man. I was gonna say something about my man Melly Mel, man. Hold the fuck up, man. Mel out here tripping. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me figure it out. Shout out The Art of Dialogue, one of my favorite interviewers and shit. You know, Melly Mel got this thing with, you know, Billboard put out the greatest 50th rappers, the greatest 50 rappers of all time, which is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That list is trash. But Mel had a lot to say about that. So timing is everything. So when that thing came out, he's getting a lot of looks and, you know, interviews concerning that situation. This is what I want you to hear. I'm going to talk about it real fast. Hold on for a second. I'm going to switch off.
Much importance for you to.
I'm going to switch off to here because I don't want, you know, this content to get flagged. It might ID. I don't know. So I probably shouldn't even play this motherfucker. But let me see. Let me just read the title. What has Jay-Z said truly great? Nas and Kendrick Lamar just talk crap. What have they changed? So I'm going to just talk about it. I'm going to just leave that there and just talk about it because I don't want no content ID to fuck with my people. AllHipHop.com. What have they changed? You know, I could agree to somewhat understand what he's saying. I'm not going to say try to say because I'm not going to assume, you know, what you call it, because he's saying what the fuck he's saying. But he said they're just talking crap. Like, they just street niggas talking shit. What are they doing to change anything to do this, that, and the third? Which is kind of unfortunate. I would like to have a dialogue with him about that because hip-hop changed the world. You know what I'm saying? Hip-hop gave a lot of people a voice to speak what they feel. Hip-hop is about communication. When you're communicating to the world, good, bad, or indifferent. I'm not saying everybody in hip-hop is the greatest, the best, and they do this. You know what I'm saying? There's some idiots in hip-hop that just spew stupidity and ignorant shit. But there's some poets out there, there's some MCs out there that do give you that informative information. Public Enemy, one of my very favorite groups. And shit, shout out to the great Chuck D. KRS-One. You know, sometimes I look at what he says with a side eye, like, I don't know about that, Chris. But for the most part, he talks some positive shit. X-Clan, Poor Righteous Teachers. I could keep going. Far Side, De La Soul, even Ice Cube. Dare I say it? NWA. You know, and within context with all these groups and stuff like that, meaning that, you know, they communicate into the world how life works in the urban communities, or just, you know, your like mindset, you might have the same. You know, people gravitate towards specific people, specific groups, because that's how their mindset is. That's how they think. That's how they views. They views parallel with what the views of that group or that solo artist is saying. So it's just not talking crap. You know what I'm saying? Communication sets off the dopamine of this, you just wanting to do the act of after the communication. You understand? Music is a powerful thing. Music, hip hop, is a powerful tool that could be used for good and used for evil. I don't want to really sound real Star Wars-ish, but it's the truth. You know? And I can't say Melly Mel is coming from a hurt or a vindictive place, or like just being a hater. Nah, because he has some good, valid points on some things and shit. For the most part. I just think you can't say Nas and Kendrick is just talking crap. certain hip hop groups or artists are just inspirations. Just that, inspiration. They inspire kids to try the same flows or do different flows, do different type of music or the same music. Who knows? But these MCs that are great to the masses are inspirations for the next generation to take it to the next level. So it's just not talking crap, sir. No. What have they changed? Well, that could be considered a good question. Well, like I said, like I just reiterated, I'll say it again. Inspiration. It could change a kid's life. Just listening to, let's say, a Public Enemy album could change your perspective on how you see black culture, or want to dig more into black culture and just being black and just wanting to know who Minister Farrakhan is, who Malcolm X was. You know, getting the information that Elvis is a racist. You know? Or just I'm gonna have to do a Public Enemy flowers. Give them their flowers on one of these shows. But yeah, things that kids didn't know, that they ain't listening to their parents about. They ain't listening to these old niggas. You know what I'm saying? They got their information from rappers. Some good information. Some information be the dumbest shit known to man that's spoken on wax. You got to sort that out. But what I do agree with Melly Mel about that list, and I'm going to do a show on that, that list is ass. Ass. And you got to define, you can't say greatest of all time. I think that theory right there, you just got to throw that shit out. You can't do that. Greatest of all time. But that means the scope of everything. Greatest of all time since rapping has been rapping till the present day. Because hip-hop is 50 years old. I'm like 1 year older than hip-hop. Hip-hop is my little brother. So you got to put a list in context, man. Because this, generally speaking and stuff like that, it makes for debate if you feel like it's healthy, but it still doesn't get to the root of the problem. What I wouldn't consider it a problem. It doesn't put in context of what makes these motherfuckers so good that's on this list. Because I've seen in that list, I've seen people that have been ghostwritten for. That's verified fact that they've been ghostwritten for. You can't put them in there. Because, you know, if you ever had a ghostwritten rap for you and you spewed that on a beat, it's a 50-50, man. I can't really consider you great. I got to consider the person that wrote that shit great. You're just a great performer, a great artist who performed that shit. They're considered performing rights and publishing for writers, you know? Yeah, man, I would like to dive into that 50 and make my own 50 MCs that walk this planet Earth out of the 50 years of hip hop who were the best. And don't get it fucked up. There are people that never even had a record out, nor got to the top of the tippy top of being seen and sold 10 million records and all this other shit. And they'll probably wax a lot of these motherfuckers that's platinum today or yesteryear. They just never got the shot. So we got to go by what we see, what we hear. Why isn't Black Thought number one? Black Thought right now, I think he has damn near probably like, let me not assume. Hot 97. Black Thought. Hot 97 Black Thought, right? Does that say 17 million? Damn. 17 million views. Freestyling. Why is he not considered number one? He got on records and went toe-to-toe with the best of them. Why? Because he's not as popular? Because he don't go out to get the bitches? He don't drink the Moet or the Ace of Spades and shit in the club and getting, you know, driving foreigns and shit like that? This man would destroy a lot of motherfuckers. Destroy, embarrass you. But that's for another time, kids. You know what it is, allhiphop.com. Your boy is here, the Big Homie Show. You know, like, subscribe, but definitely comment, man. Let me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, so I can fix what I can improve and keep this thing moving. Shout out to Johnny Fastlane. Shout out to Chuck Creekmore. Shout out to Grouchy Greg and whatnot, man. Talk to y'all soon. Peace. Yeah.